We'll just ignore everything that just happened.
Okay, okay. Hey, Greg, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Yeah, so I'm here with, Johnny from the incredible bad talented band.
Incredibly bland. I heard. I heard.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you? Where are you in the world?
I'm great. I'm in Los Feliz, Los Angeles. We are in the studio working on new music because
Sweet.
we want to be prepared. We want music down the pipeline in the pipeline. Yeah.
Great. Well, very excited for, whatever is coming out next. And I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, the new album, Rat Wars, it hasn't come out yet, but it's coming out very soon. It's very dark and atmospheric. Very like the low ends, I feel like are very rumbling. And how has like producing this album, changed since like when you first started making music and what kind of like technology and gear have you upgraded to for this?
When we first started, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, so that's a big difference. But I think this record also came from a place of confidence and strength, whereas a lot of previous records, except the first, where we were just like, is this the last health record? Are we done? Are we fucked? So it's a good feeling. And yeah, and so we always use the latest every tool we can get our hands on we want to use. So we're always trying to find new sounds or new plugins or new gimmicks or and every album we add a gimmick. And this album, it's the first album where we're like, all right, fuck it. Arpeggiators, give the people what they want. Just boom. Da, 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 da. Like we've resisted that for fucking forever. We're like, all right, fine, fuck it.
Yeah.
Before resist metal guitars, people want them. If you want black shirts, give them to them. If you want arpeggiator, fuck it. Now we just lightened up. Whatever you guys want.
So is it more like an album for the fans rather than like an album for you guys?
Oh no, it's always. I mean, we do what we want. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're obviously we got ourselves off. Like we do what we want to do musically. But yes, it is out for fans. Yes, it definitely is. I mean, who the fuck would have else before? That's also a thing too. I think previously, we had early eras we like barely had a genre, or we were sort of in these scenes where it didn't make sense. Or it's like there's these questions we'd be like, who the fuck is this for? And like this album is we made it for our fans, and that's very exciting. Like to make it for someone, because we've had a weird journey. So yeah, we're pumped about that.
That's cool. Yeah. What does like the initial like writing process for an album look like, especially like, working on all these albums like back to back? Like how do you like differentiate what, goes where and what album or what song goes on which album?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have like a set thing. Obviously, the collabs, those are kind of their own. We just got to go with the flow because working with another artist. With this, I mean, I have demos, so Jake has demos. A lot of stuff we create the thing. We have stuff we do with the producer AJ here, who's an amazing writer. He ends up co-writing basically every song on the record too with us. So it's really free form, and it's very modern. We use the computer a lot, and the one thing we love doing is just taking months off and just coming back, revisiting or listening to the song a million times, just totally changing it later. It's just like it's great to sit with it for a long time and have a long process. So
That's,
feels great.
that's cool. Yeah, and I mean, as a band, that expands like different genres and stuff, and you guys have been making music for so long. Like, how do you guys continue to challenge yourselves, making music and just keep it refreshing for you and your fans?
Well, challenge, I mean, like, we're not that good at it. So we're always like, fuck it. So it's always challenging. However, I think for us, we're always inspired by new music. Never, I think it's always, you have to keep listening to music. You have to keep getting inspired. You have to find inspiration, other stuff, and don't get bored, enjoy it. And
Mm.
that's very common. I think, a lot of people kind of shut off after a certain time or not. I don't fucking know. Like, listen, I don't, clearly we don't have the answers, but we enjoy it, and we're into it. I still get off on music.
I love that. Yeah, so I feel like, as long as you're exciting yourself and like, as long as you're, enjoying the process, I feel like that's like the best way to go about it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, making music is work. The fun part is tour. I mean, we like performing. But
Hmm.
yeah, but you have to do your chores first. You got to make the music. You can't go into it.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah, yeah.
sense. Yeah. I mean, one thing I'm always interested is like hearing like how bands kind of choose what singles, to put out before the album, So how did you guys decide on putting out Ashamed for one of the singles, especially like I feel like now it's been like, very well received by a lot of people, Anthony Fantano, I think mentioned it, and Zane Lowe. So yeah, how do you feel like, putting out
Well, that was just like, we give the album to people and they're like, everyone, like nine times, everyone, 9 out of 10 people are like, ashamed, shame, shame. I'm like, all right, clearly that's a fucking single. So, but we didn't want to be the first one because it's kind of poppy and it's not indicative of the record, and the record's kind of all over the place. So it wasn't our idea, but a label's like, Children of Sorrow first. And we're like, really? All right, fine. And then that was like a last minute addition to the album because like there's been a lot of songs that play, and we were like, can we, come out with this thrash riff? guns blazing, fuck it, So like, and people respond to that too well too. But yeah, Ashamed was definitely like the single.
Yeah.
It's a song for sure.
Yeah. So you definitely like take a lot of like I don't know, like criticism from like what people like tell or say about the record and you kind of like put that into consideration.
No, it's just like, if like 10 people tell you the same thing, they're probably right. It's like, come on. Like, so yeah, if everyone has the same reaction, or most people do, like, come on, it's probably true. And they're right.
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, I guess everyone's process is different, so but I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, I know music's very subjective, but if pretty much everybody you played for is like that's the one, it's like, all right, it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, from Soccer Mommy to JPEG Mafia, Lamb of God, you're a band who's collaborated with a bunch of different artists. Is the process of like choosing who to collaborate with, like figuring out the artists who fit more into your sound, or is it more challenging yourselves as a band and molding your music around them? And who would you say is like one of the most exciting artists that you guys worked with so far?
I mean, for us, we have to like them first, and two, it's kind of a math problem. So if we can't imagine how it's going to work, then we got a problem. So all of them, there's like a game plan, and we're just like, okay, it's going to kind of work like this, or like it would work like this. There's sort of a production math problem, how you put these bands together. And like, are you going to beat Nine Inch Nails? No, you're not
Yeah,
gonna.
sure. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, and obviously, just collaborating with different artists, I'm sure you listen to a lot of artists, currently right now. And is there anyone that you've been like listening to currently that's been like on your radar that you'd love to collaborate with?
Tons. I mean, it doesn't matter who they are, big or small. They're just people we like. I mean, or think it'd be interesting. Like, I don't know. I think I say the same thing every interview, but like, we'd like to collaborate with like Knock Loose. There's all this
Mm,
incredible music out of Brazil that's really bizarre, that is like super avant-garde. And if I can get a hold of one of those fools, we'd love to do it with one of them. I don't speak Portuguese. I'm gonna ask someone to help me. But like, just like, we're just open to anything. There's tons of exciting music out right now, and we'd love to collaborate with tons of people.
I love that. Yeah. So you definitely don't try to like, close yourself off to any genre or any type of artist.
As long as it would work. We don't do anything
Okay.
shitty. And we don't want it, we don't want it to we want it to work. So like, it wouldn't be work with everyone. There's a lot of people we like who probably wouldn't work. So it's like, as long as we can imagine, it's like, it's like a math problem. There's like a production math problem, especially in fitting like another whole band.
Mhm,
Like, we're talking this band Frozen Soul. It's a death
mhm.
metal band.
Yeah.
They playing fucking drop A or some bullshit. And I'm like, hey, and I'm like, that's low. My sub bass is gonna be all fucked up. So like, there's a bit of a problem. And we still have to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always exciting to see you guys collab with, especially artists who like you wouldn't like initially consider, someone working into the health, universe. Yeah.
Yeah, we're surprised too. I mean, listen, we're just surprised people say yes, because see that coming. So we're very flattered. There's all these people who are like, they would think we're fucking lame. They're cool, and they're like, oh, they want to work with you. I'm like, oh shit, really? And so like, we're excited. We're just as surprised as you are. But there's tons of people want to work with.
Well, yeah, I always love it. I always love it. Yeah, well, I mean, you guys seem like a band that don't take themselves too seriously, whether it's like,
Absolutely not. The music is dead serious. We take our music seriously, but do we take ourselves seriously? Absolutely fucking not.
of course. I mean, yeah, definitely, just looking at like the very unconventional merch and, memes on social media and everything. So like how does like contrasting your art, sonically, with your like very like rambunctious personality help people like reel into your music?
I don't know, but it's just the internet, and I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do. So like, we got to get the message out. It's hard to do. Our music is very serious, and there's nothing we'd love more than to be like, 1990 whatever, and just like, there's a dark music video, and like, ooh, they're so mysterious, but not really possible right now. And very few people, actually, almost like next, like two, like Death Grips maybe, like I don't know anyone who can even balance being even serious at all. And a joke we make is like, even like an old school rock star wouldn't even make sense now. Like, Jim Morrison, if Jim Morrison had to like do fucking, selfie cam videos and TikToks and tweet about his stupid thoughts, like, he wouldn't be a rock star. He'd be fucking lame. So it's like, it just wouldn't even be possible. So for that, it's like, well, shit, let's have fun. Let's lean into it. It's fucking hilarious. I love memes. The shit cracks me up. And yeah, we're on the phones too. We laugh at all this shit. It's fucking funny as fuck. And it's also a way to connect with our fans. I think a lot of connections we made with our fans is in our fan community is just like the stuff we're into. Like, it seems like 95% of all health fans are gamers. So we talk about video games all the time. Like, people bring in Elden Ring copies for me to sign the show, and they're like, the kid was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Why you have nothing to do with Elden Ring? And I'm like, I know, I don't, but I love Elden Ring. And
Yeah,
we, saying it's just this thing. It's just like it's our fans.
that's
So
cool. I mean,
if you're a fan, it makes sense.
yeah, no, like it definitely like I feel like there's like a weird connection to like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like memes like within like the hardcore scene and just like heavy music in general. And so it's kind of cool seeing, bands really be receptive to that and just kind of, I don't know,
Well,
ride
shit, you
that
have to,
wave.
man. Zuckerberg will fuck you over. Like, you can't post a flyer. Like, you gotta Trojan horse this shit with the fucking memes. So bad. Like, other bands aren't funny, and they shouldn't be. I mean, it shouldn't be part. Like, should we just make music? But at least I don't know. I think and also like I can't take too much credit. Like all the memes come from our health Discord. They're all the fans either create them or they give them to me. So I'm like a meme DJ. I don't find any of these things. And like our fans have great taste. Our fans are awesome. So like I got these raw ass, hilarious, weird ass memes. And it's like they're from the fans. And it's like a feedback loop because like if you're a fan of us, you probably get the meme
Yeah.
and then you get this weird, I don't know, furry butt sex fucking insanity, and
Yeah.
you know.
Has there ever been like a meme that you saw like that went like just a little too far? That you were like,
I
oh,
did, and I got fucking shadow banned, and it fucked our
yes.
shit up. So now I'm way more careful. There's tons of
Yeah.
memes on my post. I can't. Love it. It was Among Us. It was like a perfect 3D Among Us, like banging and coming all over the. I was fucking dying. It's so funny, and I
Wow.
posted anyway. That ruined our account. We were shadow banned for like 6 months. It was terrible. And like, thank Christ for not shadow banned anymore because it was the record.
Wow. So you definitely have to like think before like you post anything, like any
Totally, like I posted one of those memes where it's like, $40 nut vids, mo sound on. It's like that's like prostitution or something like that got fucked up. Or like any meme that
yeah,
says "Kill master, kill yourself," self-harm, big no. So I get worried now. I'm way more conservative. I'm like, is this gonna piss off the fucking tech gods?
for sure.
Yeah, so I worry. Twitter though, Twitter is fucking like Twitter's a wild west. You can throw anything on
Yeah. I mean, how do you
there.
feel about like TikTok and like posting like, front facing camera videos and stuff about,
If there's a way we can do it to make sense, we haven't cracked the TikTok nut, and that's obviously that's the MTV of it right now. We really
yeah,
need to. We're just bad at it. Fucking boomers, I guess. But we're trying to figure it out. I mean, we post some. We got some great bespoke memes, but that's not what TikTok wants. So you'll see me on there soon. I'll be shucking and driving. And I'll be doing some dance or some bullshit. Whatever the fuck. I know how to dance now. Whatever the fuck's going on.
yeah,
I'm gonna try. I'll give it a try. How about that? I'm gonna try.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, do whatever you got to do,
Yeah. You gotta stay in the
Um,
business.
exactly. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, just continuing talking about like the internet, like what kind of role do you feel like the internet plays in like influencing the way that your music sounds? Like, do you feel like there's a hint of like, all the memes in the Discord or anime, video games that end up like in the actual music?
There is, but overall to music and our influencer music, we
Yeah,
don't. I'll tell you one thing: we don't put any fucking jokes in the music. That's for sure. The music's always been serious, and we're still going to be very
yeah,
serious. But to market the music, yeah, we might do something really stupid. I might put a fucking butt plug on my ass and stream Ultra Kill the B plug mod. Like I did that. I'll do that. I don't care. I'll do anything for our, to promote our music. So who gives a fuck?
Is there anything like you won't do that like you've like have like a red tape over that you won't
I mean,
do?
yes, and we don't do anything that it feels forced or lame. Like you can tell the kids are smart. Kids always are smart. They can smell anything if it's inauthentic. So we wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to do any shit if we didn't believe it or didn't get it. It would just suck. So yeah, if there's anything that's like wrong or inauthentic or we know it's going to suck, we're not going to do it
Hmm,
or try
for
our
sure.
best. Like it just come on, kids about 2 seconds like fucking lame. Like kids always know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and like I guess, just looking at your fan base, like how do you feel like it like do you feel like I don't know, it's progressed over time, like as like you've been a band, like how they has it like gotten older? Has it like stayed the
No,
same?
I'm younger.
Yeah.
I think there's certain milestones, records where it's like, with volume four, we were like, I think we got 20% bigger, but we swapped out 90% of the fans. And it's been this weird phenomenon, and it's been kind of going, or it's like, more and more, it's like, yeah, our fans are, there's some who've been there from the beginning, which is great, but like majority of them are totally different and new. But also just the reality of just being a band and staying alive. Even legacy bands are still creating new fans every year, or like they'd be gone because you're gonna lose tons of fans. Even like your favorite band of all time, you probably only saw them once in your life very often. It's just the reality of it. You need to be attracting new fans and to stay alive. People have to come see you and show, and people to buy your record or whatever, buy your t-shirt.
Yeah. So how would you say like the live shows of like different like since you started the band?
It's definitely different because anyone from the old days who was like showing up lately has been like, what the fuck? Who are these kids? They'll be like, I feel like dark. These fans are fucking weird. I'm like, no, they're the best. Or that too. It's like, we've gone on tours with other bands. They're just like, dude, your fans are fucking weird. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Our fans are fucking tight. Like I hang out with fans on the regular. I'm on the Discord. Like I'm just around. Like they're great. Whatever psychological profile that we attract is is great company.
I love
You know,
that.
yeah. And we're lucky in that way because I think a lot of bands, especially people who make heavy music or extreme music, they often hate their fans because their fans are like horrible, malcontent, fucked up people, and it's like, well, that's not our fans. Our fans are fun as hell. A little weird, maybe a little degenerate, but other than that, they're great.
I love
Like,
that. I love that you're like very
fun people.
non-judgmental. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, because I know like especially with like a band like Death Grips, I know like their fans can be a little strange and a little I don't know, especially at shows, at least like from what I've seen. So it's good to see that like at least like a band to your degree is like very like the fans are very respectful and everything to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's kind of a little familiar. It's kind of funny that the other guys in the band because I'm any fan can text me at all times.
Yeah.
I put my phone number out there, so it's like they'll come on to another band and they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?" And I'm like, "Call me a fucking bitch. Fuck you." That's like it's
Yeah.
more you can call me a bitch. I don't mind. Not that it's a good idea, for God's sake. Yeah, show a little respect. But
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
That's
I know
cool.
what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I got it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, kind of like just continuing with that, like as a band who's like mastered this very aggressive and disorienting music under a band name that is commonly associated with the well-being of a person rather than industrial music. Yeah, I feel like your music is kind of like hard to discover.
It
So like
is.
it's really
It's a
cool seeing
very
like
bad band name, and it shows you how hard it is to name a band. It's been like God knows how long, and we have not thought of a better name. So it's not like, oh, we should have called it this. You're just like,
yeah, but for whatever reason, fans continue to flock to your music. So I feel like despite all these
yeah.
adversities,
I
yeah,
mean, even in my head, I'm like, oh, we should have had a better band name. I still don't know what the fuck it would be. Now, I have noticed a lot of these new goth artists have amazing band names, like Boy Harsher, great band name. I love that band. There's all these great band names. So obviously you can still do it, but we were not able to. Uh, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, despite having a very very common name of a band name, like what do you think health really brings to the world of music that might be difficult to find elsewhere that people really gravitate to?
I don't know, but I mean, I think we do have a point of view. I think there's just a lot of things we do different. I think there's a lot we have to say in terms of our production and what we're trying to do in heavy music and the experience of music and sounds and emotion doing. I don't know. I think what we do is pretty novel, but it's not that you need it. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like
Yeah,
it. But yeah, I hope so. I think what we do is novel, and I hope you like it. If you like music, maybe you like it.
for sure. That's a good answer. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I have one more for you, and I really appreciate, taking
Oh, of
time
course. Yeah, thanks.
and going through all the struggles with me. But yeah,
Oh yeah. I don't know how you're gonna post this. Is it text or whatever?
I think it's gonna be, both video and text,
Oh,
but
video. Damn, I look like I'm sorry. I had a rough night last night. It's not my
no, no, you're
look.
good. You're good. You look good.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah. Sorry. No worries. No worries. It's the internet. Everyone looks like shit. These fucking cameras.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you have like a very realistic outlook on the music industry, and I feel like you know that it's like a constant struggle no matter what place in your career you're at.
Uh-huh.
What keeps you like pushing to create music with health, and if you can like what other creative endeavors outside of music would you like to pursue eventually? Whether it's creating your own anime or like soundtrack or
Well,
full-time
I mean,
playing. I don't know.
we love to score more video games. I mean, we're working on a health video game right now, actually. But like I'd love to make a video game. There's all kinds of stuff you'd like to do. It just takes a lot of fucking time, and you gotta, and our main thing is the music, and our main thing is the band. So, we'll keep. We already kind of knew we were lifers when we started this anyway. So, as long as it works, we'll definitely do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, like I feel like with a band like Help, it's I don't know, it's just like there's something about it that always just brings you back to it. Whether it's because it's so unique and it's so like it's so special. I feel like especially
I
with
hope
the
so.
fan base. Yeah,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you.
yeah, yeah. But
Uh,
it's definitely
yeah. We hope so. We, we'd like to keep doing it, and we do. You know, we're very fortunate, and we know that we have a lot of we've had so many peers and all kinds of different scenes who got really huge, and they're not doing it anymore. So we know how hard it is to exist in the music world. So it's a juggle. It's hard. It's a dog eat dog world. But yeah, so we're very happy to still be here.
For sure. Well, I mean, whatever you guys continue to do, I mean, definitely be excited to see whatever it is. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all I got for you today. I
Cool.
really appreciate it. And yeah,
Yeah,
I hope you have a good rest of your day, man.
I will. I will. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. See you,
Take
man.
it easy. Sweet.